Dad?
Yeah, honey.
Who did this?
Uncle Frank and Aunt Jack.
What I remember most about the screen test for Mrs. Doubtfire is that I felt like I met my siblings for the first time. I'm an only child, and so I was so excited to have siblings, even if they were fake siblings. So during the screen test process, they grouped us up. There were several kids there auditioning for the 3 children's roles. And they put Matt and Mara and I together very quickly. And we just felt like family, and it was so nice. And I feel like that chemistry was very obvious.
The water's boiling. Hello! Ah!
I learned so much from Robin. I learned things about life. I learned how to be in the moment. One of the things that made Robin so brilliant at what he did was, as an actor, as a performer, he was present. He was reacting to what was going on around him. And I think that that's a really valuable thing, just to learn about life, to be in that moment so you can really experience it and react in an authentic way.
I'm really sorry. It's just I'm still kind of messed up. Everything.
We all are, sweetie.
Something that Robin taught me that was really, really important is that he was very open with me about his issues with addiction and depression, and I really appreciated that. I was 14 at the time that we shot Mrs. Doubtfire, and I think he thought that was, a prime time to really be open with me and honest. And I have dealt with depression, and I have anxiety, and the fact that he was that open, that honest, that willing to talk to me about it was something that was really special, and it has inspired me in my struggles to not be ashamed of those things, to talk openly about them. And I really feel like that's a way that we can change the stigma around mental health and really help people and make a difference. And so I will always be very grateful to him for that.
Oh my God. Dad?
Yeah.
The scene in which Matt and I find out that Mrs. Doubtfire is actually our father was so much fun to film. We had such a great time with that. And it was actually really good because we had sort of a similar moment, because Chris Columbus, when we were doing rehearsals for the movie, introduced us to his mother, and it was actually Mrs. Doubtfire. So Matt and I had already had the experience of thinking that Mrs. Doubtfire was just sort of this older woman that we were, just chatting with, and then realizing that it was Robin.
What is this? Turn it off, will you? Come on. Everybody over here. I want you to meet this lady with me.
I had such a wonderful time working with Sally Field. She was a mom to all of us. She is such a sweet and caring person. She would always come by our trailers and drop off books and games and ask how we were doing and make sure that everything was good. It can be really hard being a kid on set. You're balancing schoolwork and being a professional actor, and Sally just was constantly making sure that as kids we were okay.
What can I say, Ron? The guy's a loser. I'll see you.
One of my favorite moments has to be the run by fruiting.
Oh, sir, I saw it. Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, the terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting.
Because it's just brilliant, and it's simple, and that moment is perfect to me.
Help is on the way, dear!
Mrs. Doubtfire!
Help is on the way!
The restaurant sequence took forever. I don't remember exactly how long we were filming in that restaurant, but I think we were there for several weeks. That was definitely insane. Most of the time I just had to sit at a table, so it was okay, but we all really felt badly for Robin, who was just running the entire time for weeks through a restaurant.
All right, everyone, it's time to expand your minds. It's homework time, okay?
Yeah, but after Dick Van Dyke.
I had forgotten a lot of my lines and a lot of the movie, and I could not figure out why people kept coming up to me and asking me if I liked Dick Van Dyke.
No. We always watch Dick Van Dyke.
I just thought it was a random question, but it kept coming up, and I thought, God, this is really strange. Is there some like new Dick Van Dyke movie out, or why do people keep asking me?
We have nothing in common.
Oh, sure we do. We love each other.
I think the divorce aspect of Mrs. Doubtfire was so important.
Come on, man. We love each other. Don't we?
I think it was monumental that the parents did not get back together at the end.
I want a divorce.
I was 14 when we filmed Mrs. Doubtfire. I am about to turn 40, and I still have people who come up to me and hug me and cry and want to talk about their parents' divorce and how the film helped them to know that it was okay, that it was going to be okay, that families look different, but that doesn't mean that they're less of a family.
I am not a crook. I am not a crook.
I think people love Mrs. Doubtfire, one, because of Robin. How can you not? He was brilliant. And also, I think the movie did this really wonderful job of blending comedy with a vital message, which is that families can look different, and things that are different are okay. And maybe you didn't expect life to look like this, but you're going to be okay. And I think that that message of love and compassion and acceptance is really important. And I think that touches people.